Hopefully I'm on. Hopefully I'm live. Currently live on Rumble and X, and now it looks like I'm live on YouTube too. Yes. How about that? It works. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Monday, December the 30th. It's almost 2025. Hope everybody had a great weekend this past weekend. Been a little under the weather since Christmas. You know, it's not unusual for me to get a little cold or something every year around this time. At least it's not. What are they talking about right now? That's supposed to be coming. Oh yeah, bird flu. That's the new thing now, people. Watch out. Bird flu's on the way. Not falling for that again. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oops, sorry. Sorry, not sir. Sorry. So, got a few things to talk about. Since the last time I was live. One of those things is a new Snow White trailer dropped on Christmas. And Disney, there is no saving this movie. Your star has done irreparable harm to Snow White. I'll get into that in a second. Also over the weekend, I noticed how many of you know there's a new Spider-Man animated series coming out on D+. Did not know this was coming out, and got a few things to say about that. I'm heading to Orlando tomorrow for the Citrus Bowl as my Fighting Illini, you can tell by the hat, and I'm wearing orange. Wearing orange a day early. Is going to be playing in the Citrus Bowl tomorrow against South Carolina. But something tells me that my fiance and I should have gone to the Pop-Tarts Bowl in Orlando this past weekend. Because, man, do they put on a show. The Pop-Tarts Bowl puts on a show, and I'll get into that. There's a couple things with that one. One being the opting out at halftime of Miami quarterback Cam Ward, which actually caused University of Miami to lose the game. Which I know is just crazy. You know, the whole opting out thing, I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it, especially with the fact that these star players coming out of college, they make big time money now with NIL, most of them. And we're talking, you know, not just thousands of dollars, but in some cases, millions of dollars between NIL, endorsements, plus they have insurance to protect their careers. And so I don't get this opting out, especially opting out in a game at halftime. Now, it could have been pre-planned. That's fine if it was pre-planned, but you know, University of Miami needs to let somebody know that that's what's going on instead of leading to speculation. I mean, yeah, sure, you don't want to give the game plan away to Iowa State, who, ironically enough, after Cam Ward decided to sit out the second half, came back and won the game. But still, you know, that in the transfer portal, NCAA, move the transfer portal till after the bowl games. This stuff of kids putting themselves into the transfer portal and leaving their programs before a bowl game, that's doing bowl games an injustice. And I know half the bowl games really don't matter to people, to teams outside of the 12-team playoff. But come on. kids transferring, leaving programs, moving to another program during bowl season. That's just, and if I was a coach and I was looking at bringing a kid in to my program and find out that he's quitting on his current team to come play for me before the bowl game, why would I want to bring that kid in? He quit on his team. Real simple. He quit on his team. So we'll get into the Pop-Tarts Bowl because there's some cool things that happened there. What else we got today? This is the season of our best of lists, and I have a few thoughts on the best TV series that I have seen in 2024. Little bit of a spoiler. There's a lot of Taylor Sheridan shows on that list. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So there's that. And this is the first time that I've tried this, and I am actually live on YouTube, Rumble, and X all at the same time. Thank you to Restream for being able to pull that off. So happy to say that early on in my streaming career, I figured out how to stream in 3 places at once, or on 3 platforms at once. So that's kind of cool. I was able to pull that off. As technologically challenged as I could be sometimes. And yes, you will find out that I do a lot of self-deprecating humor. I'm not afraid to make fun of myself. Which you have to be able to make fun of yourself if you're going to do this. I mean, quite honestly, you have to be able to make fun of yourself. So, without further ado, let's just jump right on into some of these stories that I'm going to cover here. First one being Snow White. Yes, Snow White coming out March 31st, 2024. And all I'm going to say is, Disney, with what you got going on with Mufasa right now, it's not looking good for Snow White at all. That's something else I'm going to get into too, is Mufasa, Disney, they're just getting roasted right now. There's been this little back and forth between Mufasa at the box office and Sonic 3, which, by the way, I did go see Sonic 3 on Christmas Day. Granted, it was a small theater. The theater was full for the most part. And we went to an 11 a.m. show on Christmas Day, and the theater was full. So I just got to say, Disney, saying that Mufasa is the #1 movie in America at the box office, no, the numbers don't support that. Now, internationally, I'll give you that, because Mufasa got off to a head start internationally. But come on, stop gaslighting. I know that's what you're good at, Disney, but stop the gaslighting. So let's jump into the Snow White Christmas Day Snow White preview sees another massive dislike ratio. So Disney dropped this little trailer with the song Waiting on a Wish on Christmas Day. And needless to say, this trailer is getting ratioed into oblivion.
And now a special look at Disney's...
Oops. Just like the trailer that came out a few weeks ago, which I think is currently sitting at somewhere around 1.4 million dislikes. So here we go. And I'm going to play this for you guys here. And you can just tell me what you think about it.
Snow White in theaters everywhere March 21st.
My father told me long ago I braved a bitter storm of snow. Is that a girl I'll ever know?
Well, they got that part right. Braved a braved a bitter something of snow. Let me go back there a little bit.
Bitter storm of snow.
Braved a bitter storm of snow, and that's why she's named Snow White. So they at least touched on that and got that right.
Is that a girl I'll ever know again? I'm waiting on a wish beneath 1,000 treetops, and as a
Is it just me, or does her voice just kind of grate on you a little bit? Just a little bit?
silver sky stops, I long to leave the walls behind me, waiting on a wish, holding out for someday, hoping somehow, some way, there comes a miracle to find.
Okay, that's enough of that. I can't, can't deal with her. Can't deal with her voice. But the the surprising thing about this is they left the comments on. They actually had the guts to leave the comments on. And you'll see an overarching theme with the comments here. And that overarching theme is the queen better win. The evil queen needs to win. This movie's based on a parallel universe where Snow White is evil and the queen is innocent. Yeah, that kind of sums it up, because if you watch the trailer from a few weeks ago, they kind of position this is that Snow White's leading a rebellion against the queen, which I don't remember that being in the story. Snow White's leading a militia against the queen. The evil queen pushes Snow White down a well and lives happily ever after with the prince. That's my headcanon. This is one of my favorite here. Mirror, mirror, who is the fairest of them all? It's you, my queen. Roll credits. The only chance to save the box office of this movie is to make Gal Gadot win, please. I don't even think at this point that would save this movie. I mean, you're talking about a movie that's got at least a $300 million budget, if not more. I mean, there have been some rumors out there that this budget is actually upwards of 400 million. And if that's the case, this movie would have to do, we're talking $1 billion to $1.5 billion at the box office just to make a little bit of money. And I don't see that happening. It just, I don't see this, how in the world this movie makes any money. This should be the end of Disney trying to take animated properties and turning them into live action movies. They need to stop. They just need to stop. Stop trying to modernize your classic, iconic animated series or movies. I mean, we've had, I think they did Dumbo. Did they do Beauty and the Beast? I don't remember if they did Beauty and the Beast. Of course, they've done The Lion King, and now they've had spin-offs. Little Mermaid. They redid The Little Mermaid. How can we forget that? What was her name? Halle Bailey playing The Little Mermaid. They race swapped The Little Mermaid. Technically, they kind of race swapped Snow White. I mean, Rachel Zegler's not your classic Snow White. She's Colombian. She's of Colombian descent. So if you want to get technical, they did race swap Snow White. I'll probably get flamed for that, but let's see here. Here's some more of the comments. I only wish for this movie to be buried and forgotten or erased completely. If not, I hope the evil queen wins. The people have spoken. We want to see Gal Gadot win. Make Gal Gadot win, and we will watch Snow White. So, in other words, Disney, just rewrite the classic story, make the evil queen win, and people will come see it. Real simple. Just forget what you did for the, I know this movie's been filmed in the can, ready to go for a while now. Just scrap it. Rewrite the story, do some reshoots, and make the evil queen win. Then you just might have a chance to make some money. Maybe. Possibly. I'm not sure why Gal Gadot is not Snow White. She would have done much better, and this other lady is so toxic that I will not be seeing this in theaters. Rachel told me she doesn't need my business, so I'll hold on to my money. I agree with previous comments. Let the evil queen win. Yeah, I mean, you cannot have your star go out there and basically say that, well, we changed the story up. Snow White is finding her inner girl boss, her inner self. The Prince Charming, who's supposed to be in the movie, really isn't going to be in the movie because he was a stalker and he was weird. And then during the writer's strike and the Screen Actors strike, she went out there and was interviewed and said that she deserves to make more money because, standing around on a set for 8 to 12 hours a day is hard work. The latest being, the TikTok video where she basically told half her audience to piss off. Then the infamous Instagram post that she put out while on intermission during her Broadway play of Romeo and Juliet, where she basically told, again, half her audience to kiss off. And then the non-apology apology, which she copy and pasted from a PR firm that wrote it out for her. I mean, come on. If you look at the text from her initial post, and you look at the structure and how it was written, and then you look at her apology, that was a copy and paste job. Plain and simple. It was an apology from herself, from the heart. Somebody typed it out for her. She copied and pasted it into an Instagram story, and that was it. I mean, just look at the latest movie she did with A24. What was the movie? The movie was called Y2K. And it didn't do jack at the box office. This girl is toxic. She is toxic right now. So, Disney, take this as a sign, take this as an omen. Stop remaking your classic stories into live action movies. Just stop. Stop right there. I mean, what do I know? I'm just a guy sitting here in his home office, streaming on YouTube and Rumble and X. What do I know? So what else we got going on? Oh, I know. I remember over the weekend. I did see this over the weekend. Let me find it here. We have a new animated Spider-Man series that's going to be appearing on Disney Plus. Now, Marvel dropped this trailer over on X, and I'm going to play for you guys here the trailer, and all I gotta say is, wow. This is not your classic friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. In fact, we have another story about Peter Parker in high school. We don't need another Peter Parker in high school story. Now, I guess this is from the folks that made X-Men 97, which is fine. I mean, say what you will about X-Men 97. I thought it was okay. I mean, there were some things in X-Men 97 where I was like, are you kidding me? And kind of, but overall, X-Men 97 was decent, in my opinion. Take it for what you will. If you saw X-Men 97, you liked it, great. If you didn't like it, that's fine too. I thought it was a solid, say, 7 out of 10. Like I said, there was a few things in there that were kind of like, I did make a few videos on that at the time. But let's check out this Spider-Man trailer. And you guys can tell me what you think. Now, I like how they brought in the classic 60s theme. That's kind of cool. That's a little bit of a throwback. That's kind of cool.
Peter, you're gonna be late.
Sorry, man, I'm up. I'm okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Petey's always.
Now, I will say the animation style is the same as X-Men 97, which is the throwback to the X-Men. It's also a throwback to the Spider-Man series that ran at the same time X-Men did back in the 90s. And I'll tell you this, in my opinion, that Spider-Man series is probably the standard bearer to me for Spider-Man as an animated series. That Spider-Man animated series from the 90s. So I get what they're trying to do here. They're trying to, tug on those heartstrings a little bit, kind of give you that retro feel from the animated series in the 90s. Okay, fine. That's cool.
Been a bit clumsy.
you know me, clumsy Petey Parker. Help! Mr. Campbell, I remembered I left something in the bathroom. Deuces. Parker out.
Superpower size kid, know you want a neighbor like me. Look out.
Somebody help me! He's running, grab him! Gotcha!
I thought it was Dan Meat. Check out our neighbor.
Is that supposed to be Harry Osborn?
Ex-victim in his dumbass costume.
Is my suit really that bad? Ouch.
Oh!
Watch out for that ladder! Just consider it a good deed from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's me, by the way. I'm Spider-Man.
There we go, there we go, there we go again. Swinging through the city so fast you could barely notice him.
I truly believe that I have these powers to help people, to protect them.
Need my city, you need me. Taking off the mask, I know what you see. Know you want a neighbor like me. Just a young man cleaning up the streets. Ain't nothing changed, no, this is the real me.
You guys catch that? Norman Osborn. Okay, Marvel. Enough of the DEI. We don't need any more DEI. Please. No more DEI.
So, you're Spider-Man. With my help, you'll achieve greatness.
Oh, man! This suit's incredible! If you ever need another butt kicking, just look for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Know you want a neighbor like
And no, you may not be excused from said test. Ah, nice of you to join us, Mr. Parker. See me after class.
So there you have it. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man premiering on D+ on January the 29th. Now, let's check out the comments, shall we? You really gonna make another Spider-Man show? At this point, Peter Parker got more reboots than my neighbor's sketchy Wi-Fi router. Some people like it. You know, let's see. Eyeball emojis. Awesome. Agreed. Wow. With all the race swapping and forced diversity, none of us wanted or asked for. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Norman and Harry Osborn? Really? This looks like shit. Looks like current year shit. This doesn't even give off the same energy as Tom Holland. How are you gonna give him an origin story this late and it feels nothing like the actual Spider-Man currently? So the only same voice as the live action is Daredevil. Okay. From the show. Wow, Marvel be reaching. Looks woke as well, I'll just say it. Looks woke as fuck. Well, again, they switch up things. Watch the trailer and write off race swapping main characters. Nope, not watching ideology crap. Stay true to the comic character and decades of history, or you can stick your show in a dumpster. This person likes the new suit. I don't like this right here. This was not Spider-Man's suit in the comics. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I read some OG Spider-Man comics back in the day. So Oscorp makes him his future Foundation suit before Tony even gives him his in Civil War. Or is this a complete different world? Because I thought this was supposed to prequel series for Tom Holland's movies. Uh-oh. That intro shot of all the comics just takes me back to the DC Showcase shorts. Mostly positive comments for once, but looking forward to the Spidey show. Looks cute. Hopefully we'll see more trailers soon. Sadly, I don't have Disney Plus though. So I'll hope everyone looking forward to this will enjoy it for me. Not a new fan of the new Spider-Man suit. Looks a lot better than I thought. Looks great. Spy DEI-er, man. So it's a mixed bag here. It's not going to be my thing. I can tell you that right now. If you want to tell a Spider-Man origin story, you know, fine. If you want to make this a parallel universe or a multiversal story, fine. But enough with the DEI crap. Enough with the race swapping. Stick true to the source material. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, Marvel. But you just can't seem to do it. Couple of my favorite people to watch and listen to, Gary from Nerdrotic, put this out there. Oh, perfect. Mwah. Perfect. Oh, roasting Jeremy. Love it. Disney actually did it. I mean, the memes are great. When Disney, Sony, and Marvel get woke again. Let's play this. You're gonna do the meme, do it right. It's Goblin time. Oh. Now this I agree with. You know, Hollywood has this thing now where if you're a voice actor, you must be hired according to your skin color to voice that same skin color on screen, which makes absolutely zero sense. It should be a meritocracy where if you audition for a part and you're the best person for that part, great. Regardless of your skin color, your ethnicity, even your gender. I mean, how many people out there know the voice of Bart Simpson is a girl? I do. I knew that. She's the best person for the part. So just stop. Hopefully with what happened this past November with the election, we start swinging back toward the middle. I don't want to go all the way to the far right like we've gone to the far left. I want to go to the middle or slightly to the right and get back to a sense of normalcy. Get back to a meritocracy where you garner positions based on merit. You garner positions based on your ability. Your character counts versus your skin color. This person says it was inevitable, Gary. They just can't leave it alone. Thank you for all you do and inspiring me to keep sober over a tough year. Happy New Year, brother. Yeah. When we was Osborne, hell, when we was everyone. That's right. Black Falcon, Captain America 4, Brave New World comes out in February. That's another one that's not, in my opinion, going to do too well at the box office because you made a Captain America movie without Captain America in it. Simple formula that they just can't seem to follow. This is the hill they prefer to die on. I've always said it's not about entertainment or them making money. It's about division and manipulation. Yeah, exactly right. It is about division. It is about manipulation. I mean, part of the reason why I started doing this a couple years ago, making videos, was to lend another voice. You know, for a long time, I was afraid to share my opinion out there like this. But then after, and I'll credit Gary from Mr. Nerdrotic himself, Gary Buechler. Sorry, I butchered your name, Gary. Apologize. But it was Gary that inspired me to get a camera and a microphone and start doing this. And if you look how long that I've had my YouTube channel, I've had my YouTube channel since 2006. And it took me until 2023 to start posting content. It took me that long to finally wake up and say, you know what? I can do this too. And build a community, build a following. And my goal is not only to do it on YouTube, but I do post videos to Rumble as well. And I'm going to start streaming to all these different platforms. Thanks to Restream. I'm able to do it simply. I don't have to go through Rumble Studio. I don't have to do it via YouTube natively. And now that X is doing live video, and they have been doing live video since Elon took over, yeah, you're going to see my face everywhere, people. Let's see what the Critical Drinker had to say about this. Something looks slightly different about him. Oh, yeah, here we go. The Black Goblin? Good Lord, this has gotten old, huh? Yeah, it has. The time for this stuff is over and done. We haven't won by any means just because Trump won the election. There's still work to be done. Gary has said this numerous times. I have said it myself a couple of times. With the amount of rot that is within Disney, and it starts at the top with Bob Iger, it's going to take tearing Disney down to the foundation and building it back up again with people that just have, you know, basic standard common sense for this stuff to stop. It's going to take the decentralization of Hollywood, which is beginning, by the way, for this stuff to stop. He reverse appropriated the original's cornrows. I don't know if this is a big progressive win or if it's greatest sin. Will they ever learn that race swapping doesn't make people like a crappy character? Yeah. So stunning and brave. I can't really tell. Is it the haircut? I mean, people have had it with this race swapping and gender swapping. It's a real simple formula. You have what, 80, 90 years of Marvel comics. You have 60 years of Spider-Man. And you can't stick to the source material? Why can't you stick to the source material? Simple question. Why can't you stick to the source material? So there you have the new Spider-Man premiering January 29th. Who out there is going to watch it? I mean, I might check out the first couple of episodes just to see how it goes. But I am no means of probably going to stick with the entire series. I mean, I could say the same thing about What If right now over on D+. I've watched the first 3 episodes of What If, and God, is that a train wreck. I'll get into that a little more later, because it is a train wreck. Heck, why don't I get into it right now? Marvel's What If Season 3 is unwatchable trash. Yes. Spoiler alert. You at least get Howard the Duck in an episode. This is from Cosmic Book News, Matt McGloin. He put this out a couple of days ago. I watched, was it Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday when the last episode of What If dropped. And man, just, oh. Anyway, Marvel's What If Season 3 is everything wrong with the MCU. It's unwatchable trash. The stories are nonsensical, featuring characters no one cares about or likes, and are full of self-inserts by those woke creators who are responsible for the series. I only watched the first 3 episodes, and after watching the first episode, found myself fast-forwarding through all the nonsense in the remaining episodes that I watched. I have 0 plans to watch the rest of the season. Yeah, it's that bad. I'm glad it got canceled, too. Yeah, that's right. This is the final season of What If. First episode, decent enough plot. Marvel Universe meets Godzilla, meets Pacific Rim, meets Voltron. Yeah, that's pretty much what that was. I mean, you had Bruce Banner / the Hulk in it. You had Sam Wilson's Falcon, Captain America. Yeah, it had the whole, I'll just say it was Godzilla Hulk versus another kaiju. And the Avengers got these, I don't know what you want to call them, giant mech suits that combined into a robot a la Voltron or Power Rangers. He says here the life lesson of the episode is that the greatest heroes are those who accept us as we really are. Get the point? Now, episode 2 centered around Agatha. Why? Why do we keep dragging Agatha into these things? So the second episode had Kingo of the Eternals and Agatha. Now, Agatha had captured all the other Eternals and taken their powers, and she needed Kingo's powers, and she wanted to do this ritual so she could harness the power of the Celestial that's buried within the earth. She gets that power, fights another Celestial, and there you go. Yeah, it says here we do have an appearance from Howard Stark and Jarvis in this one. Howard Stark plays a director, producer. Jarvis is the director's assistant or producer's assistant or whatever. That's episode 2 in a nutshell. Episode 3, we have What If the Red Guardian Stopped Winter Soldier? And then they go on this Thelma and Louise romp to Las Vegas. So that's the first 3 episodes. Oh, and then episode 4 is Howard the Duck and Darcy. Remember Darcy? I mean, in this episode, we get the... Oh, what's his face? Oh, how'd that... I can't explain this one. It's just a mess. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to check it out for yourself, check it out for yourself. But episode 4 is just a big, flat out mess. And Darcy and Howard are married. They have a child. Well, they have an egg, which hatches a child named Birdie. And yeah, I mean, you get cameos. You get Loki. I forget the character Jeff Goldblum played. God, it's just bad. Bad. I'm not going to tell you not to watch it. I don't tell people not to watch things. Check it out for yourself. You can form your own opinion. Just from what I've seen the first 4 episodes, I may check out the rest of them, but they're just bad. I guess that's why it's called What If. I do have to talk about this though, because this is, I mentioned it in my intro in the beginning. The Pop-Tarts Bowl was this past weekend in Orlando, Camping World Stadium. Side of the Citrus Bowl, where I'm going to be at tomorrow. Again, to watch my Fighting Illini play South Carolina. But the Pop-Tarts Bowl has become something of a spectacle. I say it's outside of the game itself. It's got to be one of the most entertaining bowl games around. I mean, they go all out. I should say Pop-Tarts, Kellogg's goes all out for this game. This story from Outkick. Pop-Tarts resurrected from the dead. Mascot prepares to be toasted alive. God bless bowl games. It was truly the best promoted game of the season. The Pop-Tarts Bowl once again delivered some memorable moments on Saturday before the second half began between Miami and Iowa State. The defense was obviously optional in the opening 30 minutes of the game, with Iowa State Miami tied 28-28 with 2:23 left on the first half clock. As for the atmosphere off the field, we had just about everything happen in Orlando at Camping World Stadium. As for the most prized mascot in the postseason, the resurrection of last year's Strawberry Pop-Tart had to be the most insane thing we witnessed before one of their mascots would be toasted alive in the post-game ceremony for the winning team to eat. But yes, there was a memorial for the Strawberry Pop-Tart, who was savagely toasted alive following the game last year for Kansas State players to devour in the post-game celebration. Luckily for the Pop-Tarts family, Strawberry, once thought to be lost forever, made a surprise appearance in the first half of the 2024 game. They even forced the 3 Pop-Tarts that would be toasted alive to trot onto the field to start the selection process. I mean, here's a picture of the Strawberry Pop-Tart that had been resurrected from being toasted alive last year. I mean, this is just priceless. Here's the Pop-Tarts revealing themselves. I'm gonna scroll through the Pop-Tarts Bowl X feed here because I mean, today, this is from Nicole Auerbach. Today's the day. The most deserving and best Pop-Tart mascot will earn the right to be eaten by a college football team. Our forefathers couldn't have imagined such a world. This was last year when Strawberry was eaten. What is the best Pop-Tart? Here's the Pop-Tart brackets. For me, it's a toss-up between cherry and brown sugar cinnamon. For me, those are my 2 faves. We got our chalk art of Pop-Tarts. Courtney Cronin put this out there. Happy Pop-Tarts Bowl Day. Word of advice to players on the winning team. Lifting this trophy is not a one-man job. Take it from someone who tried and was quickly humbled. Yeah, the trophy is a toaster. Yes, the trophy is a toaster. Even the padding on the goalposts are wrapped in Pop-Tarts foil. Here's the Pop-Tarts running onto the field for the big reveal. My question is, how do they see through the foil?
With sprinkles filled with vanilla swagger, and it doesn't give a fudge if you toast it or not. It's Hot Fudge Sundae! With purple frosting and fruity filling, too tasty to tame. No foil can contain the one, the only wild berry. And finally, back on store shelves and ready to get back into your mouth. It's the People's Champion Cinnamon Roll!
Spoiler alert, cinnamon roll is the one that gets toasted. Here is the video of the Strawberry Pop-Tart.
Video board for an important presentation.
I guess I should have been showing this. I will start this over because I did not have this on the screen.
Please direct your attention, ladies and gentlemen, to the video board for an important presentation.
This is just classic.
It's been a
Oh my God. So they put on quite the show for the Pop Tarts Bowl. Uh Now, as I said earlier, Iowa State won the game. Miami quarterback Cam Ward pulled himself out of the game at halftime. You know, he's got to protect his draft stock, got to protect his career. He's going pro. Wild berry Pop-Tart ice cream sandwiches in the press box. Nice. There's the trophy. Pop-Tarts dump. And we have the toasting of the mascot, which this year the toasted Pop-Tart was cinnamon roll. There's what's left of the Pop-Tart.
What a performance. Give it up
Maybe
one more time.
maybe
for all
cinnamon
these
roll
young
will be
men.
resurrected.
Go get some of that giant Pop-Tarts.
So that's it. That's the Pop-Tart Bowl. Definitely got to go to that next year. Got to go to that next year. I mean, it's not like I live far away from Orlando now to be able to go and enjoy the Pop-Tart Bowl. So, last thing I said I would go over is, because it is the end of the year, new 2025 is just a mere, what, day and a half away? Let's go over what I think are my top 5 TV shows of 2024. And I got this idea after reading this little article here on Outkick. David Hookstead put this out that he thinks that the number one show of 2024, the best show of 2024, is Lioness, which I would say that show is in my top, definitely my top 10, if not my top 5. And I'm gonna do these in no particular order because there are some shows that I really liked, and it's too hard for me to rank them 1 through 5 or 1 through 10. But not necessarily in any order. House of Dragon season 2, loved it. It was too bad that they cut the season short because they ran out of money. That ending was a little bit of a letdown to the season, but I'm not going to let it take away from overall the season being really good, in my opinion. Penguin. If you have not watched The Penguin yet, it is a must-see. Excellent show. DC got one right. We'll see if we get a season 2. It's supposed to tie into Batman 2, but with the delays of Batman 2 happening, if it ever comes out, we'll just have to wait and see. But if you have not seen The Penguin, see The Penguin. The Gentleman on Netflix. If you have not seen The Gentleman, this is peak Guy Ritchie. Okay? I kind of did things backwards because I hadn't seen the movie till after I watched the show. And the movie's pretty darn good too. But definitely check out The Gentleman on Netflix. Another excellent series to watch. I will put Lioness season 2 up there. If you have not seen Lioness on Paramount Plus, very good show. I mean, Morgan Freeman, Nicole Kidman, Zoe Saldana. Taylor Sheridan does have a bit part in this season. He likes to insert himself into a series, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Some people had a problem with that in Yellowstone. I didn't have a problem with that personally. Mayor of Kingstown season 3, really good. If you have not watched that series, watch it. Very good. Tulsa King season 2, which they did say season 3 is coming. So if you have not checked out Tulsa King, check it out. Let's see. I got House of Dragon, Penguin, Lioness, Tulsa King, Mary Kingstown, The Gentleman. There's 6 shows so far that I would say put on your must watch. Reacher was this year. Reacher season 2 is this year. Check out Reacher if you haven't checked it out yet. It was weaker than season 1, but hopefully that makes a little bit of a comeback with season 3 when it comes out. But that's another one. There's 7. I'll give you 7. Can't quite get to 10, folks, but I'll give you 7. As far as duds go, well, top dud is Rings of Power. That would be my top dud. Rings of Power. Full disclosure, I haven't watched any of it, nor do I want to watch any of it. It does not sound interesting to me. What they've done to Tolkien and his legacy, I don't want any part of it. Same can be said for Doctor Who. Don't want any part of it. Classic Doctor Who, I'll watch because it's classic. It's Doctor Who the way Doctor Who should be. The Acolyte, bad. Lesbian Space Witches. Need I say more? Batman the Cape Crusader, bad. Oswaldo Cobblepot. Fat Asian lesbian Harley Quinn. Just Watch Batman the Animated Series. If you want to watch the animated Batman, you'll be much happier. Agatha. There's another one. I don't have time for it. I don't. My time is valuable. My time is limited. I don't have time for the likes of Agatha. Here's one I forgot for the good list. Masters of the Air. It's on Apple TV, Apple TV Plus. Very good show. It's in the same vein as The Pacific, Band of Brothers. Excellent show. I forgot about that. Another good one that I have not made it to yet. God, I'm up to what, 9 good ones now? Shogun. I have not made it to Shogun yet. It's on my list. As far as bad ones, this one was a letdown. True Detective Night Country. I like Jodie Foster as an actress. This was not very good. It was not very good at all. If you have not seen season 1 of True Detective, that is a must watch. Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey. Oh. But Night Country, no. Now, I might get flamed for this one, but I forgot about it. I happen to like Fallout. I know some people didn't like it. Some people liked it, then didn't like it. I happen to like Fallout. I was gonna say if I was doing an actual top 10, that'd probably be number 10 on my list. I don't really have any other bad ones. I think Doctor Who season 1, Agatha, Rings of Power, Batman the Cape Crusader, The Acolyte. I think that's it. So there you have it. My opinions, my views, top TV shows of the year, worst TV shows of the year. Take it for what you will. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You can share your opinion in the chat or in the comments section later on if you watch the stream later on. But there you go. So I think that's all I have for today, folks. I haven't done one of these in a while. Trying to figure out for 2025 a regular streaming schedule. I'm kind of toying around with the idea of maybe 2 days a week, maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays around 10 a.m. Eastern time, and I'll just talk for however long I can talk for. My streams are mostly going to be talking head. I'm not in the place yet where I can do, an actual podcast and bring in other panelists or other speakers. Like to get to that point, but for right now, that's what this is going to be, is just me talking about whatever. Or if I garner enough of an audience and I start getting some chat, then I will then I'll open it up to be more of an audience driven show, to where you guys can pick the topics and I'll chime in on them. But that's all I have for now. I hope everybody has an excellent and safe New Year's Eve. 2024 I'd say it was a pretty good year. I mean, shoot, I got engaged. Not a bad thing. Still working on the wedding plans as far as when we're going to do the wedding. If it's going to be a small ceremony, know that. Just got to figure out how many people and where and when. You know, important things. I did get laid off, which was a bad thing, but I think it's a blessing in disguise because now it's freed up more time for me to do this. So yeah. Looking forward to 2025. So again, everybody have a safe and happy new year. And I'll probably do my next stream on Thursday. I'm going to shoot for twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and see how this baby goes. So everybody have a safe new year, and we will see you on Thursday around 10 a.m. Eastern.